Thank you, my friends. The sun may have set over our city this evening, but as Eugene Debs once said, I can see the dawn of a better day for humanity. For as long as we can remember.
The sun may have dipped below the skyline tonight, but it hasn't taken our hope with it. As Eugene Debs once reminded the world, we can still see the dawn of a better day for humanity. For generations, working people across New York have been told that power belongs to the privileged few, to those whose names fill the skyscrapers, not the streets.
The working people of New York have been told by the wealthy and the well-connected that power does not belong in their hands. Fingers bruised from lifting boxes on the warehouse floor, palms calloused from delivery bike handlebars, knuckles scarred with kitchen burns. These are not hands that have been allowed to hold power. And yet, over the last 12 months, you have dared to reach for something greater.
Yet tonight, the people whose hands are rough from lifting boxes, delivering packages, cooking in overheated kitchens, and cleaning the city's floors have proven something extraordinary. Those same hands, callous and bruised, have reached for power, and this time they've grasped it. Against all odds, the future of the city now rests in our palms. My friends, tonight we have turned a page in history. We have ended an era of politics that forgot who it was meant to serve. New York has spoken, not with whispers, but with a thunderous voice of change.
The future is in our hands. My friends, we have toppled a political dynasty. I wished Andrew Cuomo only the best in private life.
The old order has fallen, and in its place rises a new vision of leadership, built by and for the people. This is not just a victory for one campaign or one candidate. It is a victory for every worker who believed that their vote, their effort, and their courage could shape the destiny of a city once thought unreachable. On January 1st, I will take the oath of office as your mayor, but this seat, this moment, belongs to all of you, the young New Yorkers who refused to believe that the promise of a better future was gone, the dreamers who understood that politics should never talk down to you, but walk beside you. You proved that when leaders listen, movements rise.
But let tonight be the final time I utter his name. As we turn the page on a politics that abandons the many and answers only to the few.
You reminded us that when politics speaks your language, hope answers back. Tonight, we celebrate every corner of the city, from Harlem to the Bronx, from Queens to Staten Island, from the bustling bodegas of Brooklyn to the quiet apartments of the Lower East Side, to those so often overlooked, Yemeni store owners, Mexican grandmothers, Senegalese drivers, Uzbek nurses, Trinidadian cooks, Ethiopian aunties.
New York, tonight you have delivered a mandate for change, a mandate for a new kind of politics, a mandate for a city we can afford, and a mandate for a government that delivers exactly that.
This victory is yours. For too long, you were invisible in the stories of power. Tonight, your voices are carved into the heart of the city's future. So breathe this in, New York. Feel the air of a city reborn, a city where power has finally returned to the people. The dawn we once dreamed of is no longer distant. It's here, glowing above us, waiting to be built upon. The question now is, what will we do with this new power we hold in our hands?
The taxi driver I went on a 15-day hunger strike with outside of City Hall, who still has to drive his cab 7 days a week. My brother, we are in City Hall now.
Mama, Baba, I am who I am because of you. And to my wife, my partner, my heart, there's no one else I would rather have beside me through every battle, every triumph, and every new day. And to every New Yorker, Whether you voted for me, for another, or chose not to vote at all, I thank you, because tonight is not about sides or parties.
This victory is for all of them. And it's for all of you. The more than 100,000 volunteers who built this campaign into an unstoppable force.
This campaign has never been about me. It has always been about you. About Wesley, the healthcare worker I met outside Elmhurst Hospital, who travels 2 hours each way from Pennsylvania because rent here has become impossible. About the woman on the BX-33 who whispered that she used to love New York, but now she simply survives in it. About Richard, the taxi driver who joined me on a 15-day hunger strike, demanding justice for working people.
I think of the words of Jawaharlal Nehru. A moment comes but rarely in history when we step out from the old to the new, when an age ends and when the soul of a nation long suppressed finds utterance.
My brother, we are in City Hall now, and this victory belongs to every one of you who refused to give up, to the more than 100,000 volunteers who knocked on doors, gathered signatures, and carried this campaign on your shoulders. You turned belief into movement and movement into victory. Because of your determination, we have built a force stronger than money, louder than cynicism, and more powerful than fear. You reminded this city that politics is not a game for the elite, but a mission for the many. With every step you took, you tore down walls of doubt that stood for decades. I know I have asked a great deal from you this past year. Late nights, long days, and endless effort.
Tonight we have stepped out from the old into the new. So let us speak now with clarity and conviction that cannot be misunderstood about what this new age will deliver and for whom. This will be an age where New Yorkers expect from their leaders a bold vision of what we will achieve, rather than a list of excuses for what we are too timid to attempt.
Yet each time I called, you answered without hesitation. And now, I ask you for one final thing. Pause and breathe. Take in this moment. For too long, we have held our breath, waiting for something to change, fearing that defeat was inevitable, and bracing for disappointment once again. But tonight, we breathe freely, because New York is alive again. To my campaign team, the dreamers who believed when the world said we couldn't win, you transformed an idea into a revolution. You can finally rest knowing your work has reshaped history. To my parents, who gave me everything without asking for anything in return,